My name is Dr. Roberta Woodgate, and I'm a professor at the College of Nursing at the University of Manitoba. I worked with a number of researchers and practitioners on a study that aimed to understand how families of children with complex care needs participate in everyday life. And their needs involve a variety of needs, including physical, behavioral, and other disabilities. For families to experience meaningful participation, they have to be in an environment of choice, safety, acceptance, accessibility, and accommodation.
Participation for anyone is important because it gives you a sense of belonging. You know, you have new experience. Yeah, you want to be included. You want to belong. And you learn new skills, new experiences. So anytime Daniel's had the opportunity to be, in a gym class or an art class or any other kind of opportunity like that, to make the adaptations so he can fit in and do his best, participate as best he can, has been really, really important. When he was in phys ed class, they played tag and they played whatever, dodgeball, and they whatever. And his phys ed teacher was really, I thought, a real smart guy in terms of thinking outside the box and how could we get Daniel involved in this game. Because he had his walker and he couldn't run far, like he could walk quickly, but that was about it. He got him a Nerf gun with this thing that could mount onto his walker, so he could play tag with this, and he could tag the kids with the Nerf gun. And he just loved it, and it was a real fast-loading one, too, so I think he got lots of kids real quickly. So, that was an example of just, being part of it.
Participating, being able to participate, not just a bystander and just watching.
We feel very much included in the school system, both when he was at Lord Roberts and now at Grant Park. The kids get to participate in the school plays, and they're very much part of the fabric of the whole school experience. I don't know that we've ever felt particularly excluded by anything. That's more of a perception that we have that colors everything. But, you just sometimes get the feeling that some people would prefer that you left the wheelchair boy at home. To me, meaningful participation would be making a difference, small or large. And I think in that regard, Dean makes a difference every day because he just makes people happier being around them. I've been told pretty much the whole time he's been in school, whether it's elementary or at Grant Park, that he just makes people happier because he himself is happy all the time, and it's sort of infectious.
We thought of the respite as being something that would be done or was a service that was there for the special child. But they listened to what we were saying was that we were struggling, and they gave us time also to go out for evenings. We could go to plays, so we were able to get out and just have some quiet time for ourselves as well. What's meaningful for Beth may well be different from what's meaningful for the rest of us too, and so there's a degree that goes along with that. As Christine said, we go to church, and when we're at the church, we'll be standing in the pew together, and when the choir starts singing, every so often she'll start singing, and God knows what she's singing. She can't read the music, she can't read the words. She's kind of about a half a word behind because she's hearing the words and singing them as she's hearing them. But God bless me, she's singing, and doesn't have to sound exactly right. It's just the fact that she's participating in her own way.
I think speed skating kind of gave her a way to, gave her something to do. I wouldn't say that she necessarily wanted to go to all those practices and wanted to go to all those training sessions. It was a battle almost to get her there some days, and other days she would be really excited to do it. So I think she kind of appreciates it now that she got the opportunities to kind of travel a bit and definitely have family go out to see her race, and it's something that she can feel important in doing. I know that Beth likes doing board games a lot. She will play you a violent game of Sorry. I would say that would bring us together. Yeah, that's when we're all on the same level.
Apart.
There's some people who like to cheat to win.
I don't cheat.
I wouldn't say that there's necessarily a lot of things that having Beth in the family has prevented us to do, but there are certain things that you can't necessarily take Beth to. That being said, my parents have done a really good job of trying to include her, and they don't worry about the stigma that's attached to taking her out, let's say, to go out to a nicer restaurant or going to the movies. They powered through it no matter how hard, and we've kind of been taken along for the trip as well. I mean, we've traveled in the back of a car together. We've had to do the stuff that every regular family would have to do, but that just makes it a bit more difficult, so I guess it gives you more patience.
Mary is 17 now, which means that she's had 17 birthdays, and probably about 13 of those birthdays we've had a party for her, and we've sent out invitations and kids have come. Last few years we've done it at Academy bowling lanes because they have a different equipment that she can do bowling there, which is wonderful. It means she's part of her own birthday party. But during that same time period, Mary's been invited to one
child who when she had birthday parties invited Mary. That's it. In all of Mary's life, only one kid has ever invited her to a birthday party. But I think sometimes people are afraid, well, what will we do with her? I mean, when we invite the other kids from her class, they have to come with an aide or a parent because they need that. We know that. So I think some people might, giving them the benefit of the doubt, simply say, well, we wouldn't know what to do with her when she got there. And
last year at Mary's birthday party, I think he was 18 years old with Down syndrome, he came to the party. His older sister came along. Why? Because it was the first birthday party he'd ever been invited to, and she wanted to see him at a birthday party. It's pretty sad. We've taken Mary everywhere we go. We take her on vacation. Lots of people don't understand how we take her on vacation or why we take her on vacation all the time. They're there, well, why don't you put her in St. Amant for the weekend, go someplace, go to Hawaii, go to California? Well, when I was growing up and Gail was growing up, our parents took us everywhere. It wasn't like we were going to some place without children. Mary has an older sister. We were taking her somewhere. So why would we break up our family to go someplace knowing that Mary was left behind, that she loves getting out, she loves having people around her, she loves the sights and sounds of wherever we go, whether it's Costco, whether it's Mall of America, whether it's just driving down the highway. She loves just driving down the highway and looking out. Why would we deny our daughter that?